Introducing Kannagi Minato, the solitary nerd whose life reads like a tragicomedy. This poor soul is absolutely obsessed with the legendary hunters who valiantly defended humanity a century ago. With dreams bigger than his bookish frame, Minato yearns to follow in their heroic footsteps. But alas, the universe, with its wicked sense of humor, has thwarted him not once, not twice, but thrice in his attempts to pass the hunter's exam. And as if failing miserably wasn't enough, he's the favorite punching bag of bullies who seem to have made it their life's mission to remind him of his failures daily. One fateful day, his charming tormentors decide to up their game. They convince our gullible hero that they've pulled some strings to secure his reexamination. Lead him to the mausoleums of the very hunters he idolizes. Minato, ever the idealistic fool, falls for it, hook, line, and sinker. Determined to stop them from defiling the sacred ground, Matato confronts his bullies. But surprise, surprise, things don't go well for him. Instead of a heroic showdown, he gets a brutal beatdown, the kind that's usually reserved for the final scenes of tragic movies. As he lies there, tasting defeat and a bit of his own blood, his so-called friends top off their betrayal by framing him for grave robbery. Oh, and just to make sure he gets the full tragic hero treatment, they dump his body in a lake. Cue the dramatic turn of events. Just when Minato is about to embrace his watery grave, the spirits of the legendary hunters appear. Yep, the very legends he worshipped are now hovering around him like an ethereal Avengers squad. They offer him a sliver of hope, absorb one of their souls for power and a chance at life. But in a twist that could only happen to Minato, our bumbling protagonist manages to absorb all 106 souls instead, because why settle for one when you can have them all, right? At the beginning of this epic saga, we're introduced to the ominous Tower of Malevolence, or as it's more dramatically dubbed, the Harbinger of Disaster. One day, out of the blue, this towering menace sprouted up all over the world like unwelcome weeds in a garden. From its dark depths, hordes of terrifying monsters spilled out, pushing humanity to the very edge of annihilation. Things were looking grim, like a bad end-of-the-world movie, until the first generation of awakeners, known as the Founders, burst onto the scene. These heroic figures took the monsters down a peg or two, ultimately toppling the tower and clinching humanity's first victory against these otherworldly invaders. The Founders were celebrated as legends, their feats immortalized in the grand mausoleum of the Founders. Fast forward a century and we meet our protagonist, Kannagi Minato, a young man with stars in his eyes and a head full of dreams. I enjoy reading books of legends in the library, Minato muses. With just a mere wooden stick from a tree branch, the great swordsman managed to cut down a 10,000 strong army. The wizard, with the wisdom of true magic, could chant any spell without incantation. In the current era, these are regarded as mere legends or fairy tales of awakeners. If I could mark my name in history just like them, and so I also have it on my body. The seal of the chosen ones, a crest has appeared. With this crest, I pledge I will mark my name in history as an awakener just like the Founders did. But tragically, cut to a classroom scene where the teacher is beaming with pride. "Okay, students. Congratulations on your results," he announces, pointing to a board that reads, "Everyone passed." But Minato isn't celebrating. His face falls as he reads a message on his mobile. He's failed the hunter's qualification test. Again, a classmate snickers. "At least you can clean some trash, right?" Minato swallows his frustration and thinks, "As an awakener, as long as you write down your name, you will pass. I failed for 3 years in a row and was mocked as a disgrace. This was my last chance. It seems I can never be a hunter even though I got a full score on the writing test and have been training my aura. This crest is more or less just a scar. I also want to be like the Founders." Just then, someone yells, "Oi, Kannagi, hurry up and come to the gate!" Minato's heart skips a beat. I completely forgot," he stammers, rushing out. He sighs. If possible, I want to be idealized and cheered on just like him. Hizaki Kaisi, the A-rank hunter. Outside, 2 students glare at him. You are late, you loser. One snaps. You made Hizaki-san wait. Another scolds. Minato stammers. I am sorry. Hizaki Kaisei, with his annoyingly perfect smile, steps in. Oi, stop it. It's not like I'm bullying the weak, right? The other student quickly backs off. But Hizaki-san, this guy is... Hizaki points to a group of reporters snapping photos. Wow, so this is the academy that Hizaki-san used to attend, a reporter gushes. We are looking forward to the documentary. I would like to use this picture as the cover. It's the moment when you defeat a dragon with a single slash of your sword. What do you think? Hizaki laughs. This is a really good picture. It's a bit embarrassing. Ha ha ha. Meanwhile, Minato's thoughts are racing. This guy, Hizaki Kaisi, we enrolled in the academy together 3 years ago. He was a genius who topped every class and bullied me. I can't believe I need to spend my whole day with him for this documentary. For what purpose does he want me here? A reporter's voice cuts through his thoughts. Who's the person over there? Hizaki Kaisei, ever the showman, beams. Yes, I want to introduce the person from the same academy generation. Well, he leans in and whispers. What was his name again? His underling whispers back. Kannagi Minato. Hizaki Kaisei straightens up and announces, yes, he is Kannagi Trash. Even though his grades were not great, he asked me for some favors. Well, thanks to him, I almost had no time for my training. I always gave him my advice and guidance. Minato is thunderstruck. What? What is he saying? Hizaki Kaisei continues his tall tale. Sometimes he also asked me for financial support. Minato's blood boils. Bullshit. He always took my money. I never asked for anything from him. Hizaki, ignoring the truth, adds, I had never encountered such a pathetic year in my life before. The public eats it up. What a story! Hizaki-san, you are the embodiment of perfection after all! Someone shouts. Hizaki grins. Look forward to it! I will be an awakener who will write down history! Reporters swarm Minato. You must be happy receiving the kindness of Hizaki-san. Do you have any words for your benefactor? Minato feels like he's drowning. What? No. There is no way I would do that. Hizaki Kaisei, with a grip like iron, grabs his shoulder and hisses. The test. In the end, you failed, right? You are completely worthless. Let's settle this peacefully, okay? Minato, sweating and shaking, manages to choke out, Hi! I am completely grateful for everything that Hizaki-san did for me. There are no words to describe my gratitude towards him. Thank you very much. Hizaki Kaisei, the picture of charm, says, Well, since we don't have much time, let's move on to the next topic. You can see my trophies over there. A reporter mutters, Wait, did you hear his name? Do we really need it in the article? Another replies, Nah, we don't need it. Minato's heart sinks further. No one will have any interest regardless. Even if you are an evil person, as long as you have the power to become a hunter, everyone will be on your side. Your name will also be remembered. Tears prick at his eyes. My name is... Just then, Hizaki Kaisei calls out again. After school, come to the mausoleum of the founders. Minato, caught off guard, stammers. Why? His thoughts spiral. What's happening? What would happen after this? Hizaki, with an almost sinister smile, offers, Do you want to take a reexamination? Minato's heart leaps. A reexamination? Hizaki nods. Yes. I will talk to the association. Minato, barely daring to hope, asks, But why? Hizaki's smile widens. Of course, it's a way for me to increase my popularity. The last scene is at the mausoleum. After that, let's talk about this. With a final, chilling grin, Hizaki says, You must come. Minato thinks, A reexamination? Is it for real? Even though I hate being used by Hizaki to increase his popularity, regardless of the situation, it's another chance for me. This time for sure. For sure. Meanwhile, a reporter exclaims, "At the mausoleum of the founders, a top-class hunter is pledging to protect humanity. This moment is really picture-worthy." Another reporter chimes in, "Yes, we managed to take a good picture as well. Thank you for your time during your busy day." Hizaki Kaisei beams, "Yes, I look forward to the article." The reporters begin to leave, still chattering about the grand event. Hizaki Kaisei's demeanor shifts as soon as they're gone. "Well then, have you found the entry point?" he asks, a smirk playing on his lips. His underling eagerly responds, "Of course, Hizaki-san! Isn't this the one we are looking for?" Hizaki Kaisei nods. "All right, let's do this." Suddenly, Minato shouts, "What are you doing?" Hizaki Kaisei turns to him, amused. "You didn't figure it out yet? It's a treasure hunt." Minato's anger flares. "What the hell do you mean by treasure hunt? You grave bandit? Do you even understand who is resting at this place?" Hizaki Kaisei laughs. Of course." With a casual stomp, he shatters a stone. "It's only the rotten bodies of the past, right? There's no way we would let this chance slip away to be millionaires. They're just rotten dead bodies. Do dead bodies have any meaning? I don't care whether it's the founder or the mausoleum." Minato's blood boils as he recalls his admiration for the founders. In a burst of rage, he lunges at Hizaki Kaisei, but Hizaki swiftly dodges and delivers a brutal punch to Minato's gut. Minato doubles over, coughing blood. Hizaki Kaisei sneers. "How dare you?" Minato, writhing in pain, thinks, "What? This is bad. I am dying." Meanwhile, one of Hizaki's underlings shouts, "Hizaki-san! We found something!" Minato, lying helplessly on the ground, is unable to speak. Hizaki Kaisei's eyes gleam with greed. "This aura, is it emitting from this item itself? This is wonderful! With this, I can live without the need to work for the rest of my life." Minato, desperate, thinks, "Stop! Don't you dare touch it! Shit! My voice!" Hizaki Kaisei turns back to Minato, an evil grin spreading across his face. "All right. I will explain it as easily as possible so a failure like you can understand. You see, I've been looking for a weakling just like you the whole time. Being fooled by words like reexamination, what a failure. I heard about you. You have been visiting the library the whole time. When I found out, I was laughing so hard. I finally found a useful pawn. Your crumbling dream of becoming a hunter. Finally deciding to steal the treasures of the mausoleum and go missing. What a tragic story." Minato, struggling to say something, is silenced by his own pain. Hizaki Kaisei smirks. "It will be on tomorrow's top news. Robbing the mausoleum of the founders and escaping from the police. The culprit is a third-year hunter from the training academy. Hizaki Kaisei shoves Minato and taunts, "What's your name again?" Minato is terrified. Hizaki Kaisei laughs. "It doesn't matter now, goodbye." Minato's vision blurs as he falls, his thoughts spiraling. "Is this how I die? I've been training every day. The tests I've taken so far, everything was meaningless. I'm dying. I'm fading away without being remembered by anyone." Just then, his surroundings start to glow. Minato's eyes widen in shock as golden spirits surround him. They speak in unison. "This being... a vessel. He shall be our vessel, the one who shall grant our wish." Minato thinks, "Vessel?" The golden spirits explain, "We are the heroic spirits that are sealed at this place, the souls themselves." Minato, bewildered, thinks, "What is the meaning of this? I can hear voices. These lights are all from the founders." The golden spirits continue, "Young man, What lies on your hand is the crest of nothingness. It doesn't possess any power by itself. On the other hand, it could manifest any power that you could have never imagined. Take one of us and form a contract. We are the pinnacle of every art: magic, endurance, swordsmanship, spearmanship, summoning magic, alchemy. Whosoever thou choose, thou shalt gain power from the benefactor. Now, whose power dost thou seek? Minato, driven by a burning desire, thinks, I want it, just like him. No, the power that is incomparable in this world, the power to overwhelm everything, enough to wipe clean all the humiliations I endured. The golden spirits say, now decide whom shalt thou choose. Minato, without hesitation, declares, everything! I want all of your powers! Give me everything! The golden spirits are taken aback. Such greed! Yet it doesn't sound bad, but it's impossible! No matter how strong the vessel is, to take everything shall... Minato interrupts. Shut up! Instead of yapping your mouth, everyone, enter me! The golden spirits shout in alarm. How? Stop it, boy! Oh no! Oi! You are kidding, right? Are you planning on killing yourself? Stop! How dare you! Do you know who I am? Suddenly, a golden circle forms under Minato. Izaki Kaisei notices something amiss. As the air shimmers, Minato rises, bathed in a blue aura, looking like a younger version of Satoru Gojo. Izaki Kaisei's underlings scoff. Huh, he crawled back here, just like a tenacious roach. Minato, now holding a stick, faces them. The underlings burst into laughter. What? Don't tell me that you really want to hit us back with that stick. Wow, so scary. Let's end this. Izaki Kaisei, seething with anger, commands, make sure he doesn't crawl back here. Cut his head down. One underling sneers, Roger! He taunts Minato. Based on the recent exam, you know that my sword aura is A rank, right? I have mastered the way of a swordsman. Be grateful that you are being cut by me, Minato whispers. Mastering the way of a swordsman. Suddenly, with blinding speed, Minato attacks, slashing the underling multiple times in an instant. The underling, thinking he had Minato cornered, suddenly feels sharp pain as cuts appear all over his body and he screams in agony. Izaki Kaisei is stunned. Minato, smirking, mocks, Hey, the path of your swordsmanship. Do you mind teaching me? What kind of? How? You said that you have mastered it, right? Izaki Kaisei's second underling, face twisted with fury, roars, The green cradle, the gaze of destruction. He declares, I am 7th grade, 2nd class. But before he can finish his boast, Minato casually points his finger and interrupts. You are slow. Thunderbolt Hadad! A powerful lightning bolt strikes the underling, who, in his last moment of consciousness, thinks, What? Without any incantation? Izaki Kaisei stands there, utterly baffled, thinking, he cut with nothing but a mere branch. And additionally, magic without any incantation? Impossible! This is basically... The narrator chimes in. Long ago, with only a single wooden stick, a great swordsman managed to cut down a 10,000 strong army. With the wisdom of true magic, the wizard could chant any spell without incantation. In the current era, the story is already considered a mere legend or fairy tale. The awakeners that were in slumber at the mausoleum of the founders, their souls dwell in the body of Kannagi Minato. There are 106 souls. Minato recalls Izaki Kaisei's grand declaration about marking his name as an awakener and mocks him. Your name shall not be forgotten. You shall be remembered eternally, including the new myth about me. He stands firm, a powerful blue aura radiating from him amidst the defeated adversaries. Izaki Kaisei, stunned by the spectacle, watches in disbelief. Minato, embodying the newfound strength of the founders, thinks, Unbelievable. I managed to absorb the souls of the founders with my crest of nothingness. They are content with the space inside. Inside his mind, the founders are having the time of their afterlives. What is this? This is really spacious. How many centuries has it been since I have been free from boredom? From here to here is my territory. Minato reflects. I have been memorizing the legends for a long time. Those founders, their souls are now inside me. The founders, ecstatic, declare, "All right, now, it's a race to see who's going to get this boy's body." Suddenly, the legendary swordsman Hinoi Raichuru speaks up. "Oi, brat." Minato, shocked, thinks, the great swordsman who cut down a 10,000 strong army, Hinoi Raichiro. Hinoi confirms, "That's right, to be remembered after such a long time as expected of me. What are you planning to do?" Minato, confused, asks, "About Hizaki?" Hinoi Raichuru responds dismissively, "I am not talking about that trash. I'm asking, what are you going to do about that?" Minato is stunned. Hizaki Kaisei, in fear, stammers, "Stay away. Don't look down on an A-rank like me." In response, Minato punches him, sending him flying. "Get out of the way!" Suddenly, a massive and mysterious energy explosion envelops everything in light and darkness. Minato and Hinoi Raichuru stand calm, witnessing this extraordinary scene as if an incredible power is emerging. Minato is shocked. The scene shifts to the city where a three-headed Cerberus is rampaging. Someone shouts, "I leave it to you, Kisaragi-san!" As the Cerberus lunges to bite, Kisaragi leaps into the air, launching his attack. Waterfall's fall impact. Spectators marvel, "Wow, he instantly killed an A-rank monster! That's expected from an S-rank hunter!" Kisaragi, gracious, replies, "Thanks for your compliment. By the way, where's Hizaki? Because of that interview, it must be nice to be called a young hope. If he gets more popular, our guild's reputation will also rise. All right, after finishing my report, let's get a drink." Suddenly, he notices something on his phone. "Demon, what is this pressure?" People start saying, "Kisaragi, San, what is?" Kisaragi thinks, "The A-rank and B-rank hunters couldn't stand against this pressure. There is no mistake, it's an S-rank monster!" The scene shifts back to the mausoleum, where Hizaki Kaisei is shocked. An octopus monster with multiple eyes emerges from the bag. Hizaki Kaisei exclaims, "Daedemon! What the hell is that?" Minato explains, "It's because you opened the mausoleum. One of the boss monsters from the tower was sealed in this mausoleum, and the seal was undone because you brought those items away." Hinoi Raichuru confirms, "You are right. Some of the demons from the tower managed to survive by hiding and making themselves dormant. This guy is the embodiment of emptiness. The monster above S rank is a living disaster." Hinoi continues, "A living disaster that kills numerous humans within a few kilometers with its poisonous aura. The demon was quite common during our era. It seems that it's already too overwhelming for the youngsters in this era." Hizaki Kaisei, terrified, exclaims, "I need to run away or else I will be killed." Minato advises, "It's better for you to not move. It's always targeting." Suddenly, the monster notices Hizaki Kaisei, extending a tentacle towards him. In fear, Hizaki Kaisei shouts, "Stay away!" But the monster catches him and begins sucking the life out of him. Minato remarks, "I told you." Hinoi Raichiro proposes, "Hey, brat, won't you give your body to me completely? You want to see, right? The founder, Hinoki's one-handed sword style." Hinoi thinks, "I made the first move. I will take this vessel while the others are having fun." Minato replies, "I don't mind lending you my body." Hinoi, eager, says, "I see. All right, let's go." Suddenly, all the founders get angry, pulling Hinoki's hair. "Hinoi, you bastard! Are you running away? Such a strong vessel is mine!" Hinoi panics. Oh no! They noticed me! Calm down! Minato sets a condition. Only on one condition. I will only lend my body to everyone. All founders are in shock. I will surpass all of you, definitely. In time, I will reach the same height as them. I want to see how strong I would be, all right? Show me all you have got. Hinoi Raichiro, incredulous, says, What is this guy's deal? He's insane. Minato, imitating Hinoi Raichiro, calls out, Let's do this, everyone! Minato attacks the monster with consecutive slashes, cutting it into multiple pieces. The monster tries to grab him with a tentacle, but Minato destroys it with another founder's move. The monster launches another attack, but Minato uses yet another founder's move, grabbing and slamming the monster so hard that it is airborne. He then shoots a magic arrow that starts destroying the monster from the inside. Green liquid flows from the monster as Minato wipes it from his face using multiple founders' moves. The monster, relentless, attacks again. Minato, using thunder magic, leaps into the air and executes Hinoi's one-handed sword style. Gekirutachi wave-cutting blade, slicing the monster in two. Minato smiles while a crow observes the fight from a tree. The scene shifted to a blonde boy standing atop a building, looking like he was posing for a superhero movie poster while chatting on his phone. What? Is it already defeated? I was going to head over there now. Was there any strong hunter nearby? He asked, with a mix of curiosity and disappointment. The person on the other end replied, About that. Based on the footage we got from the Raven, it's a student of the academy. The blonde boy's eyes sparkled with intrigue. I see. I want to meet him. Thus, we were introduced to Ichihara Midori, also known as the world's strongest awakener. The scene then shifted, revealing Ichihara Midori seated atop a mountain of dead monsters, as if he were casually lounging on a pile of pillows. With a calm demeanor that bordered on nonchalance, he spoke into his phone. Hello. It's been a while, Director. Yes, it's about that S-rank demon. No, it wasn't me. Based on the footage from my Raven, it was Kannagi Minato who defeated it. I heard he also failed the Hunter's examination test 3 years in a row. That's why it's really hard to believe. Would you do me a favor? The scene transitioned to a school where students buzzed with excitement. One boy asked, Were you okay yesterday? That aura was awful. I couldn't move my body. Another student replied, I still don't feel really well, though. Suddenly, the first student puffed out his chest and exclaimed, What would you do if I told you it was actually me who killed that monster? The other student sighed, rolling his eyes. Impossible. It's been 10 years since the last emergence of an S-rank hunter. The first student persisted. That is why. There is a rumor that the one who defeated the monster was actually a student from this academy. No way. No hunter could defeat that thing. Besides, if there was such a person, he wouldn't be in our academy, another student replied with a dismissive wave. Minato thought to himself, Wow, the only topic I've heard today is the incident from yesterday. Suddenly, someone with the swagger of a peacock strutted by and said with arrogance, You are in the way. The person added, The S-rank slayer. There's no way such a loser can be the one. Minato winced in pain, thinking, I did defeat the demon yesterday, but it was because I was lending my body to the founders. And now my body is being painfully torn apart as the recoil. Suddenly, with a laugh that sounded like it belonged to a jolly old uncle, Hinoi Riichiro asked, Are you completely okay with that? Minato exclaimed, Hinoi-san. Hinoi Riichiro chuckled. You can call me Riichiro. Get a grip already, Minato. You want to surpass us, right? Minato remembered his vow from the previous day and felt a surge of determination. Of course, he shouted, causing a few passing students to jump in surprise. Hinoi Riichiro laughed heartily. Show me your guts. A student passing by muttered, What is he doing? Disgusting, Hinoki Raichiro remarked with a sigh. Regardless, the level of awakeners in this era is too low. They are more or less at the same level as normal humans, trash. If the tower were to emerge right at this moment, this world would surely end. Suddenly, Hinoki Raichiro's expression shifted, eyes narrowing. Minato asked, "Ooh, what's wrong?" Hinoki Raichiro said, "No, just now I felt a tremendous aura." Suddenly, a teacher's voice cut through the air like a knife. "Kannagi Minato, hurry up and come here!" Minato, his nerves jangling like a broken guitar string, stammered, I am sorry. Letter of resignation, right?" He thought, "I had only 3 chances to take the test. The Hunter's qualification test can only be taken from the training academy. I need to start over from the general admission slot." But the teacher's face lit up with an unexpected intensity. "No, go to the field right now. It's your reexamination." Minato's jaw practically hit the floor. Students around him started murmuring like a hive of bees. "Hey, has there ever been a Hunter re-examination test before? I wonder." Minato thought, "I'm still not in perfect condition, but I need to give my best." Out on the field, they saw the setup for a 100-meter sprint, with the average time being 3.6 seconds and the best record being 2.7 seconds. One snarky guy sneered, "Don't you guys know? He's famous for being a failure even in the teacher's office. For them to give him a chance after 3 years of failures." The crowd watched as Minato took off, moving so fast it was like he had rockets in his shoes. The teacher's voice boomed. 1.2 seconds! The gasps were audible. The second test was a 3,000-meter sprint. The average time was 4 minutes 20 seconds, with the best record being 3 minutes 17 seconds. Minato completed it in 1 minute 17 seconds. During the push-up test, he outperformed the best record by doing 840 push-ups. The bench press? The best record was 620 kilograms, but Minato lifted 1,280 kilograms like he was benching a bag of feathers. The students' eyes were popping out of their heads. "Oi, oi, hi! What the hell is he? He beat all of the best records by more than double!" He moved with such speed during the side hops that he created after images, like something straight out of an anime. The students were in awe. "Is he a monster? He is so cool!" Minato, panting but exhilarated, asked Hinoki Raichiro, Are the founders still lending me their powers right now?" Hinoki Raichiro, sounding almost bored, replied, "I won't help with something like this. We haven't done anything." "Probably." The scene shifted to the headmaster's room, where the headmaster looked like he was about to faint. These are all the current records of Kannagi Minato." Ichihara Midori, cool as a cucumber, responded, "Thank you, wow. These records are amazing." The headmaster, sweating bullets, said, "When I heard about the request for re-examination, I thought something was wrong. Even if his physical abilities are this amazing, the real issue is his magic capacity. In all of the tests over the past 3 years, his capacity was immeasurable. Basically, he doesn't have any mana. I think it would be a waste of your attention." The girl behind Ichihara Midori piped up, "No mana at all? Ichihara-san, as expected, that boy is... Ui." Ichihara Midori, with a knowing smile, said, Well, we will see." The scene shifted again to a magic measurement test. The teacher explained, "You know how the measurement works, right? You have to use magic to spin these giant fans within 30 seconds. The amount of rotation will be used as your score." Students cheered, hoping for a show. The best record was 4,022 spins. Minato thought, "In the past 3 years, I couldn't even move these fans no matter how much I tried, let alone control mana. I couldn't even feel it at all. But I can feel it now. It's circulating around me." from my right foot going upwards into my body. It's circling inside my body and back to my right foot again. I can accelerate this cycle with my breathing and release it in the palm of my right hand. The teacher shouted, "Start!" and the fan blades began glowing with a blue aura. The teachers were skeptical. "Oh, it's spinning!" Then the speed skyrocketed. The fan whirred so loudly that everyone was blown back. The teacher squinted. "I can't see the score with my eyes." Then, with a thunderous crash, the fan exploded. The fan blade rocketed toward the school, causing a massive blast that echoed through the campus. The principal, wide-eyed, saw the fan blade embedded in the headmaster's office wall. The girl behind Ichihara Midori exclaimed, "Ichihara-san, this is..." Ichihara Midori, with a laugh, said, "It seems he and I are the same. The second person in history after me. Immeasurable." Minato stood there, shell-shocked. The teachers, equally stunned, declared, You passed! You passed! You passed the hunter examination!" Students erupted with joy. "Yeah! He achieved the best record in every test!" Tears welled up in Minato's eyes as he thought, "Thank you so much. So I had it all this time, the power inside me." Hinoki Raichiro smiled, proud and a little smug. As expected, just by lending his body to us founders, the potential inside his body was awakened, so you are not an ordinary person with the crest of nothingness. I have been waiting for you for more than a century. You guys agree, right? If it's him, he might be the one that will fulfill our wish. Suddenly, Minato felt a shift in the air. Someone flew in front of him, their body glowing with a green aura. Minato blurted out, "Who? What? An explosion?" Hinoki Raichiro also tensed, recognizing the aura. "This guy, it's the tremendous aura I felt this morning." Ichihara Midori smiled and said, "Hello." Minato's eyes widened. "Ichihara Midori, the legend of this era, the strongest awakener. Why is he here?" Ichihara Midori, grinning, said, "I saw it, Kannagi Minato-kun. Congratulations on your result in the hunter examination test." Minato, overwhelmed, stuttered, Thank you very much." He thought, "He knows my name? Why? What is happening?" Ichihara Midori's smile widened. "All right, let's start an additional test for you. Let's call it, try to at least hit the world's strongest hunter once." Minato's jaw dropped. "What?" Hinoki Raichiro, not missing a beat, said, "Oi, brat, lend your body to me right now." Students began whispering excitedly. "The real Ichihara Midori, no way!" Ichihara Midori stepped forward, explaining calmly. "The rule is simple. If you can land a hit on me within the next minute, you win. Even if you lose, there's no punishment. Additionally, I will only attack you once every 10 seconds. No need to worry. I will go easy on you. You can use any skill you want while I won't use any skill at all. I will provide you any weapon you like. So choose anything you like to use." Minato, still in shock, thought, "What? What's happening? An additional test? What is this situation? Can I really fight the famous Ichihara Midori head-on in that 1-minute time? Can I really use any weapon?" Ichihara Midori's grin was infectious. "Absolutely. My body is harder than a katana after all, and sharper than any sword." Hinoki Raichiro, growing impatient, yelled, "Oi, brat! Hurry up and switch with me!" His face was contorted with fury. "How dare he say such words? I can't forgive you now, you modern people." Minato took a deep breath and thought, Raichiro is getting excited now. Ichihara Midori. As expected, his power is at the same level as the founders. I don't stand a chance for sure. He steadied himself, thinking, if that's the case, let's start then. The students, sensing the excitement, started shouting, Hey, something interesting is starting. A real battle with Ichihara Midori. Hinoi Raichiro shouted, "What are you doing, you fool? Hurry up and lend!" Suddenly, Ichihara Midori interrupted, "And start!" Minato's hand began to glow as he attacked Ichihara Midori with a katana. Hinoi Raichiro shouted, Are you planning on fighting alone? That's not fair!" Minato thought, "I know it's meaningless, but to become a legend, I can't just borrow the power of the founders. I have to do it with my own power!" Ichihara Midori, dodging Minato's attacks with ease, said with a grin, "Which social media are you using? I am sure that this incident will be recorded and become viral." The students were shocked. Is he checking his phone while dodging all those attacks? Ichihara Midori is so strong. Minato attacked Ichihara with multiple slash attacks, but Ichihara dodged them effortlessly. A student exclaimed, "Wow, this is awesome! None of his attacks connect at all. But don't you think something is weird?" His fellow student asked, "Weird?" The first student explained, "Well, it's about those attacks from Kannagi. How long will this continue?" Minato thought, "A feint from a vertical slash and changes it into a horizontal slash, feet, throat. Wow, my body can move the way I want, and I don't get tired from these movements either. Is it the effect of lending my body to the founder? My body is really changing." Suddenly, Ichihara Midori touched Minato and said, "All right, it's been 10 seconds already." He flicked his finger randomly, creating a tremendous force. Minato dodged it at full speed, thinking, "What the? Go easy, my ass. My head would have been gone if it had hit me." Ichihara Midori muttered, "That's weird, even though I didn't sense any evil from him, or perhaps I can't believe that I mistakenly adjusted my output." Minato thought, "I will be killed at this rate. I need to remember the feeling of that time, the strong me." Suddenly, Minato started realizing more blue aura. Ichihara Midori was shocked as Minato charged a slash at him at full speed. Students were amazed. "Boy, his speed is increasing. Camera can't keep up. With both of them." Ichihara Midori thought, "It's faster than before." Minato thought, "To defeat an S rank, my sword needs to be faster. Somehow the atmosphere is different. Does it have any condition to activate? Or perhaps they want to keep it a secret?" Ichihara Midori thought, "Oops, this time for sure as light as a feather." He flicked his finger, hitting Minato directly and sending him flying. Minato crashed into the school wall, coughing blood. He thought, "Awesome. This is awesome. This is really marvelous. I'm against the world's strongest awakener. If my body were the same as yesterday's and were to get hit with this attack, I'm sure I would already be dead. Good, good, good. I'm getting stronger, but with my current skills, I wouldn't be able to pass his test. Even so, that's fine. I will brute force my way with the remaining time I have." Suddenly, Ichihara Midori said, "I am sorry. I have seen enough already. 30 seconds. With that, he gave a karate chop on Minato's back, and Minato's vision started to fade away. Ichihara Midori said, "I can see he's a genius, but it's not on the same level as my comrades." He started calling someone, saying, "Hello, Rin. Let's head back. Yes, it's a shame, but I am quite disappointed with the Suddenly, Minato grabbed his katana and said, "What did you say again?" It was Hinoi Raichiro, he thought. The stubborn brat was already in bed. "You see, finally, I can use this body. Hey, let's play a little bit longer." Minato stood in shock as Hinoi Raichiro took control of his body. Ichihara Midori thought, "This is it. This is the presence I felt earlier that made me miscalculate my power output. A different person? Perhaps a skill. Regardless, he is a monster now." Suddenly, Hinoki Raichiro, using Minato's body, shouted, "Hey, don't space out!" Ichihara Midori noted, "His movement has changed. His speed and power are on different levels. In the first place, his swordsmanship is He barely dodged Hinoki Raichiro's attack and backed off, visibly shocked. With a devilish smile, Hinoki Raichiro launched a powerful slash, which Ichihara Midori ducked, resulting in the school building getting hit by the powerful attack. Panic spread among the students, who cried out, "It's getting dangerous!" Ichihara Midori thought, "His slashes are getting unpredictable. He can see where his opponent will move next. It feels like ancient swordsmanship, like flowing water. No, it has become a torrent of water. This is indeed needed to defeat an S rank like me." He said aloud, 40 seconds. Hinoki Raichiro shouted, "No way you would hit me!" and launched another devastating slash attack. Ichihara Midori jumped mid-air to dodge it and laughed, exclaiming, "Amazing!" The students were in disbelief, saying, "Is this real? Unbelievable! Ichihara Midori is on defense now!" Hinoki Raichiro shouted, "You are boring! No need to hold back against me! I will beat you up if you look down on me!" He charged at Ichihara Midori. With a laugh, Ichihara Midori said, "Fine!" and suddenly kicked a stone at a pile of weapons. All the weapons flew into the air. Hinoki Raichiro was momentarily confused. Suddenly, Ichihara Midori grabbed a weapon. Hinoki Raichiro shouted, "Finally, you are going all out!" The students couldn't see anything but flashy lights, exclaiming, "This is amazing!" Hinoki Raichiro and Ichihara Midori clashed. Meanwhile, other founders and Minato were watching on a screen. One founder remarked, "Hinoki is on full throttle." A girl founder said, "He managed to stand on equal terms against Hinoki. Not bad." An old founder commented, "Must be nice. It looks fun." A bird-mouthed founder added, "It's a pity indeed. Does that mean the boy's body is not yet a perfect vessel?" A magician founder also watching suddenly noticed something. Minato was imagining himself fighting, saying, "Dodge! Right, no, it's left. Pounce from below. Change the center of gravity." Suddenly, Hinoki Raichiro's sword broke. He thought, "Damn. Such a low-quality sword." Ichihara Midori threw his weapon aside, a mischievous grin spreading across his face. "Amazing! This is fun. This fight makes my heart race. There are no swords left. Are you going to use firearms now, or perhaps 10 seconds left? What will you do now?" Hinoki Raichiro's eyes widened as he spotted something. He leaped towards a bewildered student, snatching the student's sword with a determined, "Give it to me!" Ichihara Midori chased after him, his fists ready for action. He landed a punch so powerful that Hinoki Raichiro was sent flying. They traded blows with a ferocity that had Midori laughing, "This is fun! Let's do it a bit longer!" A student nearby screamed, "The building is going to collapse!" The earlier student wailed, "My sword!" Hinoki Raichiro saw Ichihara Midori heading for the giant fan blade and grabbed it tightly, leaving Raichiro perplexed. Just as Midori was about to hurl the blade, they heard, "Hinoki's one-handed sword style, single dice." The blade shattered into perfect cubes. Midori's eyes sparkled with admiration. "You are really amazing!" Hinoki Raichiro roared. "Eat this!" But his sword broke again. Midori smirked. 60 seconds? He delivered a devastating karate chop. Raichiro's mind raced. "Shit!" Suddenly, Minato shouted, "Not yet!" and reclaimed control of his body. Raichiro yelled, "Oi, brat!" Minato blocked Midori's hand and dodged his attack with unexpected agility. Both Midori and Raichiro were stunned. Minato thought, "Just a single hit." Raichiro reflected, "That brat. Even for a brief moment, even for me." His opponent might also not have expected that. He opened a new path for victory. Minato was about to strike Midori, but Midori caught Minato's fist, pulling it into himself. Minato's confusion was met with Midori's warm smile. "You passed." Students began murmuring, "What the hell happened?" Midori shouted, "Rin, let's go back!" Rin asked, "How was it?" Midori replied, "He passed. This kid is interesting. Since I accidentally broke his arm, could you fix it for me?" Rin responded, "Understood." One student asked, "Oi, did Ichihara say that guy passed? Which means..." Students, filled with joy, started shouting, "Amazing! That guy landed a hit on Ichihara Midori!" Rin said, "Please don't move." Minato nervously responded, "Ah, yes, thank you." Rin continued, "Congratulations on passing the test." Minato, shocked, asked, "I passed? Did I really land a hit on Ichihara Midori?" Midori, smiling, said, "Well, you are so cruel for forgetting about it already." Minato, still in shock, exclaimed, "He's here?" Midori said, "You see, let's say that we are even now. A pass is a pass. I went serious midway through your consecutive attacks." Minato thought, "It was Raichiru, though." Midori continued, "On top of that, you dodged my strongest attack. Your movement was amazing. Be proud of yourself." Minato said, "Okay, by the way, what comes next after I pass?" They all looked confused. The scene shifted to Minato's house. His mother was cooking, the aroma of delicious food filling the kitchen. She shouted, "Minato! How many guests are coming?" Minato responded with nervousness, "I don't know. Probably only one person." His mom sighed and said, "But today is a good day. On top of you passing the hunter's examination, you are being scouted by Ichihara Midori. I always believed that you are a kid who can grasp anything with effort." Minato smiled. "Yes." But suddenly his mom got upset. "But for such a celebrity to visit our house might be mistaken for a doghouse." Minato shouted, "Mom! Ichihara Midori is not that kind of person!" The scene shifted to Minato's bedroom. Minato was looking at Ichihara Midori's card. He remembered Rin giving Ichihara Midori a leg lock. And in pain, Midori said, "Ouch, ouch, ouch, ouch! I give up, Rin-chan!" Then Midori said, "Didn't I say that you would become one of my comrades if you were to win?" With confusion, Minato said, "I think I didn't hear such words." Midori said, I see. But well, there are too many eyes here. Can I visit your home tonight? I will talk in detail there. I will explain the choices you would have and also who our real enemies are." Minato thought, "Our real enemies?" The tower was already destroyed by the founders. The current hunter's task is to hunt the monsters that have escaped from the dimensional crack. Other than that, is there any other reason? Suddenly, Hinoki Raichiro shouted, "Hey! Oi! Wake up, Minato!" Minato, shocked, said, "Hoo-ah! Raichiro! And why is everyone here? What's wrong?" Hinoki Raichiro said, "We were discussing something before and just finished." Minato asked, "Discussing? Don't tell me. Have you decided who got my body?" Hinoki Raichiro said, "About that, we are." Before he could finish, the bell rang. Minato, in a hurry, said, "Sorry, I think Ichihara Midori is already here. Let's talk about it later." "Huh? What's happening? It's dark." Suddenly, Minato noticed his mother lying unconscious on the floor. Panic seized him. Mom!" he shouted, sprinting towards her. But then he spotted someone sitting at the table, munching on food. This tastes bad," the stranger said, scrunching up his nose in disgust. "Oi, brat, you have to discipline your old lady if you want to impress your customers. At least use expensive meats, right?" Minato, furious and confused, demanded, "Who are you? What did you do to my mother?" The man smirked. Oi, watch your mouth." My name is Haitani Goro. I'm the S-rank hunter that came here to pick you up. I'm one of Ichihara Midori's comrades. Hurry up and pack your bags, okay? We're moving to our base." Without warning, Minato launched a devastating punch. Goro effortlessly dodged and reappeared behind Minato with a devilish grin. "Are you challenging me?" he taunted. Minato's mind flashed back to his mother's words. "Minato, even though your dad has passed away, I will raise you alone to be a proud person. Shoes? It's fine. I can still wear them. By the way, go buy yourself a new sneaker, okay? Good job on today's training. We will have your favorite tonkatsu for dinner today." Fueled by rage, Minato demanded, "I am asking you now, what did you do to my mother?" Hinoki Riichiru watched from the sidelines, muttering, "His opponent is an S-rank of this era, huh? About time. I am a bit annoyed just by looking at this Ichihara ripoff." With a smile, he added, "We will know for sure from this fight how we, the founders, should treat him from now on." Haitani Goro grinned. "Your angry face is pretty cute." He lunged at Minato, but Minato caught his hand and used the God of Hands move. Kudo Hyuma, watching, was shocked. "That was my move," he thought. With tremendous force, Minato threw Haitani Goro out of the house. Goro stood up, dazed as Minato approached. "What was that? Just now, was that Aikido?" "I watched his fight with Ichihara this afternoon on video. Not only does he have a tremendous aura and swordsmanship, but also this..." Minato interrupted his thoughts. "As expected from an A-rank hunter, you are sturdier than Hizaki. Hurry up and answer my question already. What on earth did you do to my mother?" With a sinister smile, Haitani Goro replied, "Based on words, it seems you don't know. It's poison. She was getting in my way, so I put her to sleep. If she's lucky, she might only get away with some minor side effects." Minato said, "I don't understand." Haitani Goro looked puzzled. Minato continued, "Why would you hurt the family of someone who might become your comrade?" Haitani Goro laughed. "Comrade, you say? Are you stupid?" Minato swiftly dodged another attack. Haitani Goro attacked again, saying, "You won't become our comrade! You will only become our doll that obeys our order! Someone who is naive like you! I bet you will listen to us once we hold your precious ones hostage!" Suddenly, Minato noticed Haitani Goro holding his feet and launched an attack, but Minato dodged it swiftly, though he got a small cut. Minato thought, "What is this? My cheek feels like it's burning." Suddenly, Minato's face began to show signs of infection. Haitani Goro smiled. "It's in already. I have a skill that allows me to produce dozens of poisons from my body. It's called Phantom Bug's Poison Deadly Vision. If I feel like it, I can release deadly toxic gas within a 5 kilometers radius. But I can't do that in the middle of a city. Anyway, this poison will kill you within a minute. If you say you will join our organization, then I will make the antidote for you. Otherwise, you will lose your life." Minato thought, "A toxic gas that is lethal within 5 kilometers? And this guy is an S rank. For a normal person, it can be compared to a disaster for sure." Suddenly, Minato said, "God of Medicine, Valentine, you are inside me, right? I'm sorry, but could you teach me how to detoxify this poison later?" With nervousness, Valentine said, "Ah, yes." Haitani Goro asked, "What are you mumbling about? Has the fear of death already overtaken your mind?" Minato said, "The Aikido earlier was from the God of Hands, Kudo Hyuma." Kudo Hyuma thought, "As expected, he's copying my Aikido just from that one moment." Minato continued, "Every single time I am studying and remembering all of you from the records. The founders I always adored are now residing inside me." Haitani Goro was confused. Minato added, "For me right now, I don't have any reason to be afraid of you." With a sinister smile, Haitani Guru said, "All right then. How about I teach you the world of pain? The next poison will make you beg for your life. If you beg and kneel, I will at least relieve some pain with antidotes. Once you are corrupted with pain, you will never be able to go back to normal after going crazy because of it." Minato stood still, and suddenly his body started glowing with a blue aura. He performed the Fist of a Saint Wontak. Haitani Guru started coughing blood. He went flying and hit a pole. Before he could realize it, he was kicked in the face and went flying again. Minato exclaimed, "The feet of light, I listen." Haitani Guru stood up, but Minato was coming for him. Haitani Guru went for another attack, but Minato broke his fingers with the sharp beak Karail. Then he used another move, the Dragon's Claw Rowan. Minato grabbed Haitani Guru and used the Flipper Lilac. Minato threw Haitani Guru into the sky. Haitani Guru thought, "Whew, what the hell is this guy?" No matter who they are, once someone is exposed to a poison, their judgment would normally be clouded. The poison should already be in his nervous system, which should render his movements. Yet this guy, he is. He saw Minato pointing his finger at him and heard him say, "The Magus of Truth, Meltius Silentius." He was hit by a powerful thunderstrike. All the founders were surprised. Hinoi Raichiro said, "You guys saw it, right? Just after defeating that insect once, he's copying all of our moves, both physical and magical. I don't care whether his power is from the crest of nothingness or not. He is interesting. Right, let's nurture him. If he is trained by the founders, Kannagi Minato will become the strongest awakener." The scene shifts to a rooftop of a building, bustling with urgency. People move swiftly, driven by the tension in the air. One person barks orders, "Hey, don't slack off!" There are already 15 guilds on the move to get their hands on the boy who fought with Ichihara Midori. We have to be fast. Suddenly, like a ghost in the night, Ichihara Midori appears behind him. "So it's that many," he says coolly. The person whirls around, eyes wide in shock. Ichihara Midori smirks. "But if it's 15, then you should be the last one, right?" With a flick of his finger, a burst of energy strikes the person, sending him sprawling. Ichihara Midori calls Rin on his communicator. Rin replies, "Yes, I have arrived. There are no awakeners detected nearby, but it looks like someone arrived here before us." Ichihara Midori's eyes widen slightly. Rin continues, "An S-rank hunter, Haitani Guru, the poison user. He came to visit Minato-kun and was defeated." The scene shifts again. Ichihara Midori stands before Minato, a mix of awe and concern on his face. "You are amazing! I never expected that you could actually do it. But you really defeated an S-rank hunter on top of that. Are you okay? Did you get exposed to the poison?" Minato, scratching his cheek, replies, "Yes, my mom and I are fine." Hinoi Rishiru interjects, "What do you mean, fine? Without Valentine here, you would have met the Buddha already." Valentine, with nervousness, says, I'm tired." Hinoi Raishiro continues, "You are pretty good finishing everything within only 5 seconds." Valentine responds, "Well, since the one who's producing the poison is there, extracting some blood samples is quite simple." He recalls the moment, a sinister smile on his face, saying, "Is it here? Here? Or here?" Ichihara Midori says, "We are sorry for being late. I've taken measures against many organizations that were aiming for you because of today's video." In confusion, Minato asks, "Many organizations? Does that mean that this guy is lying, saying that he was your comrade?" Ichihara Midori nods. "That's right. There are some people who would use my name. Rin, are you done?" Rin replies, "Yes, all the damages have been repaired." Minato is shocked. Ichihara Midori says, All right, now let's go inside and have a talk. This is about your future. The scene shifts to the next day. Minato's mom is fussing over him. Are you really okay? You did not forget anything? How about your wallet? Did you bring your charger? Minato replies, I am really fine. You worry too much. Minato's mom thinks, this kid is going to Ichihara-san's place? Ichihara Midori reassures her, yes, your son has undiscovered talents. Please entrust him to me. I will make him a great hunter. Minato, bubbling with excitement, exclaims, Awesome, 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 Mom! I am chosen by Ichihara-san. Mom? The scene shifts to the present. Minato's mom hands him a lunchbox. This is your lunch. You haven't had breakfast, right? I have put it in a container. You can also throw it away if you don't like it. Minato exclaims, Mom, I am fine! He remembers his mom saying, in the future, he will face a lot of dangerous situations, right? Ichihara says, yes. Minato's mom continues, my son always adored the legendary founders. He always struggled until now. It's an honor for me if you were to take this boy. But as a parent, I am worried. Ichihara reassures her, I know it's the job of a hunter to go against the monsters. There is no such thing as certainty. But I will train Minato-kun to be stronger, at least to the point where he won't lose against the founders. Minato's mom, with a mix of pride and worry, says, Ichihara-san, I am leaving him to you. The scene shifts to the present. Rin asks, was it really okay to make such a promise? In reality, we don't even know what will happen in the near future. Ichihara, looking at Minato, replies, I will keep my promise as best as I can. Minato's mom continues, don't sleep while being naked. You always catch a cold because of that. Be sure to separate your colored clothes when doing laundry. Minato, embarrassed, says, yes, yes. Ichihara says, I will keep my promise as best as I can. Minato says, bye, Mom, it's time already. Wish me luck. Suddenly, his mother calls, Minato, please come home during the new year. Minato, feeling a pang of sadness, replies, yes. If I look at my mother's face once more, my resolve would crumble. Ichihara says, it will be a long trip. You can do anything you want, such as eat or sleep. Minato looks at his bag. He sees the tiffin box and remembers his mother's words. He opens it and finds a note saying, good luck. His whole childhood flashes before his eyes. He exclaims, thanks for the food. Tears come to his eyes as he eats, and the car continues to move. The scene shifts to a hilly area. Minato exclaims, so this is... Ichihara says, welcome! Only a handful of awakeners are allowed to be here. The anti-prophecy unit, or known as anti-prophecy. Minato exclaims, this is the headquarters. Anti-prophecy. We see someone looking at them. The person says, hey, they are here. The new member. One girl says, you are talking about the new member, right? A yellow-haired boy says, hey, it's rare to have a new comrade. A red-haired person with a hint of skepticism says, comrade, you say? Let's see if he is really qualified to be part of the anti-prophecy or not. Alrighty, folks, that's a wrap for today. If you had even a smidge of fun watching this, go ahead and smash that like button and drop a comment. And don't forget to subscribe. Why, you ask? Because it's free, duh. And who doesn't love free stuff? Oh, and if you're curious about what might go down if you were trapped in a tower with a bunch of randos and had to survive using some fancy cheat system, click on this. It's like reality TV, but with more drama and way fewer commercial breaks. Until next time, peace out.